City administration urges residents to remain calm following security advisory. FCTA targets more than 400,000 school children for deworming. A very good evening. Welcome to NTA Channel 5 News at 7. I am Miriam Emeka Madi. Apologies for this slight late takeoff. President Muhammad Buhari has expressed Nigeria's readiness to become a global hub for sustainable manufacturing and distribution of vaccine and biological pharmaceuticals in support of the far-reaching measures towards keeping all of mankind safe. Speaking at the First World Bio Summit in Seoul, South Korea, the president, however, made a case for speedy takeoff of the mRNA vaccine technology project, which he described as critical to global health security. State House correspondent Adamu Sambo reports.
The summit with the theme, The Future of Vaccines and Biohealth, is jointly organized by the government of South Korea and the World Health Organization, with hundreds of health experts and global enterprises in attendance. It provides a rare opportunity for productive engagement on ways to boost global cooperation in the development of vaccines in preparation for future pandemics, reflecting on lessons learned from COVID-19. Already, the Republic of Korea is hosting WHO's first global training hub for biomanufacturing, which President Yoon Suk-yeol promised will be a game changer.
We hope that this world-class training center will help to build crucial capacity in the production of vaccines and biologics in countries around the world. And Your Excellency, President Buhari's presence will help in strengthening the cooperation between high and low and middle income countries.
I am confident that dynamic leaders like yourselves who are present here can catalyze partnership to take the future of vaccine and biohealth to soaring new heights. Let us work together to realize a better future for all.
For President Muhammadu Buhari, the summit most importantly opens up global conversation at high levels of government on measures that are expected to forestall recurrence of the unpleasant experiences that low and middle income countries in Africa and Asia in particular had to endure with regard to access to vaccine during the COVID-19 pandemic.
COVID-19 actually threatened and continues to threaten all of mankind with no regard for race, region, or economic standing. We must step up as leaders in desperate need of healing and repair to begin to have the difficult conversations about a future which we must be better prepared for in order to avoid further devastation to our lives, livelihoods, and physical environment.
The president, who takes pride in the concerted efforts by the Nigerian government to mitigate the impact and curtail the spread of the virus on the nation's health systems, described as welcoming the mRNA technology transfer project as a strategy towards increasing vaccine production capacity in underserved regions and thus promoting global health security. Nigeria is one of the 6 African countries selected to host the mRNA vaccine technology transfer hub to scale up the production and access to vaccines for COVID-19 and other diseases in the low and middle income countries.
Nigeria is ready and able to offer itself for this initiative. We shall continue to explore bilateral, multilateral, and other opportunities for cutting-edge technology as a global hub for sustainable manufacturing and distribution of vaccine and biological pharmaceuticals to support initiatives to keep all of mankind safe.
President Buhari said with the mRNA technology, diseases that have plagued sub-Saharan Africa and the third world countries for centuries, especially malaria, Ebola and Lassa fever, would be addressed.
We would like to urge for the speedy takeoff of this project in the interest of global health security.
While pledging Nigeria's full commitment and support to the noble objectives of the Bio Summit, the President hopes that this courageous partnership will be sustained for the sake of mankind. From Seoul, South Korea, Adamu Sambu, NTA News.
And back home, more than 400,000 school children have been targeted for the 2022 annual school deworming exercise by the FCTA Public Health Department. Health and Human Services Secretary Hakimat Aliu reports that this and more was highlighted by FCT Neglected Tropical Disease Coordination, Dr. Eunice Ogundibe.
Schistosomiasis and soil-transmitted helminthiasis are worm infections classified by the World Health Organization as most widespread parasitic diseases in the group of neglected tropical diseases. They are poverty-related and often occur among people with limited access to safe water and sanitary facilities. The FCT annual deworming exercise is targeted at preventing occurrence in children and some adults who are vulnerable to these diseases.
We treat age 5 to 14 years because they are the age group that are at risk, majorly at risk. And that's how we call it school-based deworming exercise, an annual exercise using the strategy of mass administration of medicines, MAM. And how do we do it? We go to schools. And when we go to schools, we use teachers in administering the medicines. We don't call it drugs. We stop calling it drugs. We call it medicines to these children. Because if you use outsiders, they may not cooperate.
Out-of-school children within the intended age group are also expected to be captured.
We used a group of people in our different communities called community-directed distributors, CDDs, community-directed distributors. We normally get them from village heads, traditional leaders.
Dr. Eunice Ogundipe stresses that the support of schools, religious and community leaders is vital to ensuring a hitch-free exercise.
The school deworming exercise, which will cut across all public, private, military and paramilitary schools, is expected to commence Monday, 24th of October, lasting 2 weeks. In Abuja, Hakimat Aliu, NTA News.
Anti-security issue. The Federal Capital Territory has called on residents to remain calm as the security agencies are working assiduously to sustain the state of law and order in the nation's capital. In a statement issued by the Director Information and Communication, FCTA, Muhammad Hazard Sule, the administration assures residents that all necessary arrangements have been made to safeguard lives and property. As proactive measures, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Muhammad Musa Bello, convened an emergency meeting where issues concerning alert given by some embassies in Abuja to their citizens were exhaustively discussed and measures taken to sustain the current state of security and prevent any breach. He charged the security agencies to do all within their power to protect residents from being harmed by criminals and other unscrupulous elements. The statement adds that the administration has not authorized the closure of any school, urged the schools that have closed to reopen with immediate effect. He solicits residents' cooperation with security agencies by volunteering useful and timely information that will assist in nipping any form of criminality in the bud. He therefore called on residents and visitors alike to go about their legitimate business, as all the security agencies have been fully mobilized to checkmate any form of intrusion into the territory. Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, has convened a human resource conference and executives and business leaders to bring them up to speed with review mechanism on employee diversity, inclusion and equity trends to enable them acquire tools that will enhance corporate skills. As Sabe Williams has more.
Research shows that the function of a human resource department are numerous and diverse. As the unit is responsible for managing a company's human capital to meet the established business objectives, the personnel department is key in any company in attracting and retaining talents to guaranteeing the interests and well-being of employees. To efficiently achieve optimal performance, the Transmission Company of Nigeria convened a 2-day conference recognizing the importance of aligning human resource strategies to reach business objectives and business performance.
If before now, your regional managers didn't think you were important, and so they could relate better with others instead of you, because we have complaints of who say, I don't understand your HR person. Let this be the turning point, that as soon as you came for this conference, you were challenged, and you took up that challenge, and that you are a different HR person.
As a HR practitioner, you need to be knowledgeable in HR policies. You cannot assert your relevance if you don't have knowledge in the HR policies. You cannot assert your relevance if you are not computer literate. You cannot manage staff database and analyze it. You cannot assert your relevance if you cannot install discipline in your work location.
Other speakers note that it is possible to achieve a real competitive advantage through people and companies that do achieve excellent results.
Effectiveness means we achieve what we set out to achieve. How do I know you are effective? Did you do what we agreed that should be done? At least do it for 100%. If you don't want to go further than that, fine. You have done what we agreed that we should all do.
Discussants agree to understand the functions of the personnel department. It is important to know what to expect of it and what objectives it has. On one hand, this is achieved through the creation of efficient programs, and on the other, ensuring that they comply with established rules and procedures in this area. In Abuja, Asabe Williams, NTA News.
The centrality of information in the decision-making process by any nation is without doubt an acknowledged fact. There is no doubt that lack of information cannot ensure adequate development planning. As Nigeria joins the global community to commemorate World Information Development Day, Chidinma Ansanagoma examines the significance of the day.
It is no longer news that information has become one of the most valuable assets in modern times, an inseparable part of human life. World Development Information Day was established to highlight development problems worldwide and to seek international cooperation, as well as to mobilize public opinion, especially among the youth.
Information is very important because when you communicate your policies to the people, the impact is very rapid because you have to give a feedback to the society whether that policy is really working or whether it is accepted by the people.
The role of information in changing people perception and then